Hello, we are the Thundercats.
Today we're going to talk about the problem in Afghanistan since 1980s.
First, we're going to start in 1978. The People's Democratic Party was created, which created a huge tension between the Islam and the Democratic.
And this party was communist, right? Like Soviet Union supported this party. That's where this problem started. Because, well, Soviet Union supported this party, and then there were like these rebellions against this government, and the Soviet Union doesn't like see that this is bad, so it invades Afghanistan.
And it started removing a lot of the Islam traditions that didn't. The people were not happy with that.
Yeah, this is because the communists that were in Afghanistan were a really minority, so when this party came to power, they started to take out the traditions, and the people were really angry with this, which caused for other countries to intervene.
Like, for example, USA started intervening by supporting with money, arms, and not only USA. For example, China started supporting Afghanistan for removing the Soviets from there, right?
Yes, and well, Afghanistan was a strategical point in the Cold War because it was a war that both countries, USSR and well, the Soviet Union and US, were like spending money in this war, and was also like a distraction for USSR.
And because it was a frontier from USSR, it also helped them to be a communist power.
Yes,
Country.
the USSR want more communist parties, more countries.
And the USA wanted to stop the spread of the communists.
Yes, this was like a huge problem. So until 1979, the USSR in December decides to invade with troops and start fighting against the rebellions.
But until Mujahideen, this was a movement that USA supported to throw out the USSR.
The communist.
The communist. So Mujahideen then in 1981 started like removing some troops of the communists of the USSR, and also this group was supported by many of the people who said that communism shouldn't be in their country or in other countries.
And actually, Pakistan was helping the rebels too.
Yeah.
And they were trained there. The rebels were trained in Pakistan with the help of the US.
Yes, US sent arms or weapons to Pakistan, and Pakistan sent them to Afghanistan or to the rebels, and this was like the war in shock. Why you're helping a war?
Do you know who was the leader before this war, the leader of Afghanistan? What was?
Before the revolutions started with the Communist Party, Mohammed Nar was the one in power, but since this People's Democratic Republic Party of Afghanistan came, then they assassinated him and Taraki took the power, and he was the one who started introducing more reforms that stopped the old traditions, and this really angered the people. So in the same year of his just new government, he was assassinated by Hafizullah. And Hafizullah, he was with the USA, so that's why USA could intervene more, and also had a war internal with the USSR.
Yes, and more than USA is the CIA, right? Because it makes all these problems because the CIA wants to control, wants to be communist. Yes, and also it's like Al Qaeda started like forming with Osama bin Laden. That in '79 it's entered not like Al Qaeda like a terrorist group, but just a groups that fight against the rebels, against the Soviet Union.
Yeah, you remember Bin Laden working for the CIA, right?
Yes, he was trained by the CIA. He was rich and he left everything just to become a soldier to fight the Soviet Union in Afghanistan.
So we can know that Al Qaeda was made like 100% by CIA, so USA.
Yes, CIA and Afghanistan like joins the forces, and like well, some CIA agents say like that. Well, Afghanistan always support what their government say. Well, most of the time, if the government is against USSR, it's going to be against USSR. If it's against US, it's going to be a US. So that's what happened. The government was against USSR. Yes, was a fight. Is the religion if the religion is like damaged or is in danger of being corrupt?
There's conflict.
Yes, that's what happened.
Actually, the Taliban that kind of formed Al Qaeda, also they were part of an ethnic group there in Afghanistan. They were fighting for their religion, exactly. But this Taliban group became really extremist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we can see now in the present and all the events that have happened.
Yes, and these like attacks of the Taliban or the older rebel groups like led to migrations to Pakistan, and also this led that Pakistan made also rebellions and war.
And of course, we have to mention that the Taliban are strong because the United States make them strong,
Yes.
giving them all the weapons.
Yes.
They keep them.
But this war will only last 10 years.
Yeah,
Officially.
Officially.
And because in 1989, Mujahideen, successfully threw out the USSR from Afghanistan. But here the problems didn't end because they started to have many problems with USA.
Yes, like I said before, it doesn't matter which country is, if it's democratic or communist, there's gonna be a war. It's always a conflict. I think the problem is that other countries are intervening in
Internal problems.
Internal
And
problems.
because of because they're intervening, Afghanistan was left behind in a lot of advances,
Yes.
economic and social.
And we can see how this Cold War does not affect these two strong powers, it affects other, well, less powers.
Yeah, actually, this conflict led to the USSR declination, also with Gorbachev's new resolutions like Perestroika
Or Glasnost.
or Glasnost, yeah. So this intervention and expansion was one of the main reasons for the USSR that fell exactly the same year that they executed Afghanistan.
Yes, it was a war just to prove who was better, to
Yeah.
prove who's going to govern the world.
Yeah, actually, they say that Afghanistan became the Vietnam's USSR, which
Yes.
is like what happened
It
in
was a
Vietnam.
war just to entertain, to like
To expand.
Yeah, to expand. Like to hide the power they were trying to rid.
Yeah, because in this problem, the biggest thing is that, like you said, USSR wanted to spread communism in many
Yes.
countries. That's why many countries like USA started like giving weapons, giving money, and supporting the countries that didn't want communism or the ones that they saw that were weak against the USSR.
And actually, the United States and the USSRs were spending money, so their own economy was damaged too. So
Yes. And this problem does not only end here in like 1989. It ends, well, it
Hasn't
It hasn't that.
yes, in the present there are bombs and it's ISIS, Al Qaeda, Taliban, that Al Qaeda and the Taliban work together. Well, right now, no more, but until 2001, they were working together. But like it's still a problem. And in 2015, Al Qaeda changed the leader, and this is still a problem. US have troops.
And this all started with the Taliban's the terrorist attempt in 2001 in the United States.
Yes, that the CIA or US tries to like give the guilt to USSR tourists.
Yeah, and remember that one of the problems that started causing Afghanistan having problems with USA after the having USSR control was in 2001, September 11, when when Bin Laden attacked
The towers.
the Twin Towers. Well, that's what they say, right?
Yes.
That's like the
It's the lie, isn't it?
uh-huh.
Yeah. But the worst thing is that people believe USA. Like,
Actually,
Yes.
yeah, they know in the real time, they already think that happened.
yes, and they are putting like nuclear weapons or chemical weapons in Afghanistan people and in Pakistan, and they are like telling to the people, no, this is just proofs and they're not, and but really,
They're just drawing
US,
attention.
yes,
Yeah.
US give the arms. It's like US and USSR, so you didn't give or have good consequences, like benefits from this war.
Yeah, many persons have to like believe the lies of USA because they have to, because they depend on, like I said, USA. They depend on the government, so they have like to believe the lies or spread the lies.
And instead of removing the problems, they're increasing. They have drug problems, economic problems, and of course,
Like
weapon problems.
opium, which is like such a problem with that drug in Afghanistan and all the countries of Asia.
Yes, the Cold War, well, it actually never ends, and the Afghanistan never ends. It's still a problem these days, and US and Soviet Union still fighting for who's the biggest, the one
And
that
this is
strong.
not only in Afghanistan. This is like in all the world, but we can see it mostly in the Middle East,
Yes.
with all those countries.
Yes, and the worst part is like Al Qaeda, the terrorist group that was formed by the CIA agents. Isn't in Afghanistan actually, it's in Pakistan. So why Afghanistan is having problems, you know? Afghanistan doesn't have tourists. And these tourists were formed by US, by Pakistan. What
They
are we
were
fighting
trained
for?
for them.
Yes.
Also, there has been a lot of terrorist attacks right now that the news don't inform us about. Hundreds
Of
of
course
people
not.
have
Or if they
died.
inform us, they are lies. They
Yes,
have to.
most are lies.
Or
They
there's
need
not
to be
all the
high.
information.
Yeah, that's
Like not a lot of information, like the chemical bombs that happened a few days ago. Like,
The
oh,
convoy.
yes, well, maybe it wasn't in Afghanistan, it was in Syria, but like, oh yeah, it's Syria. It's not.
But that's a problem. We will never know if what things are right and what are lies, because we can't trust in anybody. You know, we can't trust the government.
But the truth is
yeah.
that they are stopping the development of one country.
Yeah,
Oh.
just for selfish
And
reasons.
Of course we know the truth, but like we know US is like making these weapons, is spreading these weapons, like US government is making this war.
Yankee imperialism.
yeah, but not everybody knows that.
Well, even if you know, what you're gonna do?
Propaganda.
US is like the central power.
Uh-huh.
US has so much power in this world that, well, what we can do?
It's gonna still continue to be a problem.
Like I said, you have to believe that because USA is one of the most powerful countries right now. So who could like beat USA nowadays?
Yes, with Bin Laden or not Bin Laden, in every government that US has.
Everything leads to war.
Yes, it's just like this war for power needs to end, where these countries have the chance to develop, because these countries doesn't have any guilt. Doesn't have any guilt for just the two fights for central power.
Since the start was because of territory.
Yes, and maybe yes, religion. But it was really religion. I think that this country, if they let all these countries' problems, it will be solved like in a year, or maybe more, but not a quantity of this problem.
So we can agree that the central problem here is USA and the USSR, right?
Yes.
Because many countries like
Well-
Afghanistan, they don't have the
Yes, but
the
they
power to.
no, but they like took the influences and took the weapons. You know, nobody is forcing them. We can say. They like all the governments since 79 are giving support or have support from USSR and USA. So why you receive this support? You can say no, it's my country, you know, and maybe yes, but just ignore them. But well, it's a biggest problem.
So I think we can conclude that the Yankee imperialism has been since the Cold War, and it's still continuing affecting other countries, like you said, that doesn't have anything to do on our stopping their development.
Yeah, I agree the same. Well, thanks for watching.
Okay, now we have some comments of our followers that we are going to read.
The first one is on the first 6 months of 2015, the United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan documented 4,921 civilian casualties, consisting of 1,592 deaths and 3,321 injured. The second one, in 2013, the Taliban leader Mohammad Omar died, but the Taliban didn't want the Taliban's enemies knew about it, so they hid it until proclaimed the new leader Mullah Akhtar Mohammad Mansour.
I also read that in 2012, NATO exposed the withdrawal plan, that this consisted in taking away all the foreign troops in Afghanistan. So Afghanistan would have like their own troops and their own militaries, so they could like have more security of their own.
Thanks for watching.